Yes lads, welcome back to another video on the channel today. Obviously we've got the second episode of the Arsenal career mode. Thanks for all the support and likes and comments on the first video, so I really appreciate that. We start off with a massive game in this first episode where we've got Man City away from home after the difficult run of the last episode. But the first bit of business we're going to take care of is signing one of these two wonderful players. And the player I've decided to sign is actually Pedro Neto, very heavily linked with Arsenal in real life currently, and I mean, he looks absolutely fantastic, doesn't he? 79 rated, 21 years old. Surely he'll be better than that in the next couple of years. He looks like an absolute wonder kid, to be honest. 22 now in real life, of course, and unfortunately got injured for quite a bit of last season, but he does still prove, like, game in, game out, how much of a talent he really is. So very good signing for us there at like £35 million. I think we're going to do about £38.7 million in the end. It's pretty much the fee which is talked about in real life, around 50 at the max. Arsenal on about. There's loads of different sources, obviously, so everyone's sort of reporting different things. But a very good first sign. All we have to do is complete our contract negotiations and terms with him, and hopefully we'll have our first, our final signing of this window, after obviously Luca Romero from Lazio and Yeremy Pino from Villarreal. So yeah, rotation squad role, 4-year contract length, because we're not be doing 4 seasons here, realistically, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2 at a push. 8k a week, £1 million signing on fee, and welcome to the club, Pedro Neto. Very good signing there. I'm absolutely thrilled with that, and just shaking hands with his agent, who's most likely Portuguese, to be fair. So very good signing as we move on into the first game of the episode, and of course we have Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium. So yeah, very difficult ground to come to in real life. Man City very rarely lose games or drop points in general. So we'll see the Man City team before we kick off. Edison starts in goal, 4-3-3 formation. Walker, Diaz, Laporte and Cancelo as the back four. Captain De Bruyne with Rodri and Bernardo Silva as the midfield three. And then Mahrez, Haaland and Foden in a front three formation with Haaland as the left winger. That's bizarre, it really is. But we'll see our team as well, as Ramsdale starts in goal, 4-4-1-1 for us. Ben White, Saliba, Gabreil and Tierney as the back four. Midfield four of Saka, Partey, Zinchenko and Martinelli. Then with Captain Odegaard and Gabriel Jesus returning against his former employers. So the first half of the game comes inside the 22nd minute, and look how poor we defend here. Haaland's got the ball in towards Silva, back towards Mahrez, and we're 1-0 down already. Look how poor we defend sometimes. It's actually embarrassing. We're 1-0 down already to this absolute machine in Man City. And in the 34th minute, Haaland again, the provider for Foden this time, who slots it past the keeper. And we're just done. We really are. We're an absolute mess of a team. We really are. In the 41st minute, we do get a little bit of a comeback for ourselves. Saka plays it through towards Jesus, who slots it past the goalkeeper Edison, and it's a great finish by Gabriel Jesus. 2-1 now. We've done really well with that goal, to be fair. I'm quite impressed with that. Nice little finish from our star striker. Obviously bought him from Man City for around 45 million in the summer. What a finish that is. And that is the score going into half-time. So 2-1 behind. It's not too bad, really. Hopefully we can improve in the second half. But you know what? I really can't see it happening. So the next half of the game comes inside the next 10 minutes as City get the ball. Foden's through on goal, and he keeps doing heel-to-heel flips and getting through us. It's such a good finish by Phil Foden, but we're all over the place at the moment. We're really struggling, and it's very poor. It really is. And then it gets even better for City as they make it 4, and with Haaland coming down the line in towards Foden, who cuts it back towards De Bruyne. What a save by Aaron Ramsdale. And then another chance for City is Foden again with the skill, back out towards Gundogan, who cuts it back again towards Mahrez, who gets his second of the game. And it's absolutely ridiculous now. I mean, this game's done. It really is.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
So it actually got worse for us at the end of the game as Foden bagged his hat-trick and Manchester City beat us 5-1. Look at Pep, you absolute twit. Oh dear, that was an embarrassing scoreline. It's realistic though, Man City are still leagues ahead of us, especially in real life. I mean, Arsenal top of the league currently, but I can't see them beating City when they play them. But look at that, absolute domination from City's point of view. And Pedro Neto didn't have a great debut, did he really? Came off the bench. He struggled to get into the game like the rest of the team. Really disappointing end to the game, but we'll move on into the next game of the episode as we now go back to the Emirates for a game against Bournemouth, who have recently sacked Scott Parker, I've just come to learn in real life, which is bitterly disappointing since he's a fantastic manager. Very, very strange decision there. But we are coming against the managerless Bournemouth now with a team of Ramsdale in goal. We've got the back four of Tomiyasu, Saliba, Gabreil and Tierney. Midfield four of Saka, Partey, Emil Smith-Rowe and Pedro Neto making his home debut. And then Odegaard and Jesus as the front two. For a very strong team, it really is. And hopefully we can do the business. So the first out of the game comes straight from kickoff as we play the ball out wide towards Tierney. Straight pass towards Pedro Neto from kickoff. Bazoer comes across, gets beat very early. Lewis Cook should get a bit tighter there. Gets past Lloyd Kelly. Can Neto make it 1-0 in the first 2 minutes of his home debut? Yes, he can. Brilliant goal by Pedro Neto. How has this man not got a full international cap for Portugal? I'm pretty sure that's the case anyway. I know it was like a month ago, so... What a goal by Pedro Neto. Just so talented. Right off the mark. Decently quick. Fantastic on the ball. And we're 1-0 ahead already. But we get our next goal from a corner as Saka delivers a menacing ball in towards William Saliba. Who leaps like a salmon. And Saliba makes it 2-0 already. What a header. That is such a fantastic goal by Saliba, who started this season off really, really well. Obviously had the mistake in the opening games. It was that against Brentford. Yeah, the first game of the season when they got back in the game. But it's still a brilliant header nonetheless. And a brilliant delivery by Bukayo Saka. It puts 2-0 ahead. And it's a thrilling start to the game for us already. The next out of the game, though, comes towards us again in the 19th minute. Tomiyasu looking this time towards Saka, who gets a decent chance on his right foot. Hits a good save by Neto. Straight back out to the other Neto. And it's a very, very easy goal. I've just thought they're both called Neto. It's a little bit like the Spider-Man meme all over again.
That man's an imposter. That man is the imposter.
But 10 minutes after that, we get another goal as Smith-Rowe plays it down towards Neto. Look at the football here. And Smith-Rowe fires it through Neto to make it 4-0 inside the opening half an hour. And I think Bournemouth might be struggling without Scott Parker. Maybe just a little bit. Really, really poor start to the game from their point of view, as we've not been great this season, but this is looking like a guaranteed win as we're now 4-0 ahead. But in between that, Bournemouth do indeed get a goal. Then just before half-time, Neto forces another good save from Neto again. And we are going to get another goal just before half-time as Saliba again from a Saka corner leaps like a salmon. It's a brilliant header by William Saliba. He's just so damn good in the air. He literally leaps like a salmon. And that will put the game to bed just before half-time as we go into a 5-1 half-time happy Emirates. So one last final highlight for this half. Actually two, sorry. As Brentford will get a goal through David Brooks to make it 5-2. It's just an irrelevant goal. It don't really matter. We have still another one to get for the outlook of the game. But yeah, it's a decent goal from Brentford. But it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. As just before the end of the game, Fabio Viera, just as good as his namesake, goes through on goal against the keeper. He ball rolls him, and it's an easy finish by Fabio Viera. What a wonderful bit of composure from him. And the game is dead and buried at 6-2. And that is a very comprehensive victory as we beat Bournemouth by 6-2. Absolute cracker in North London. 8-goal thriller is what you would call it if it was a thumbnail title. But brilliant goal. Brilliant goal by Fabio Viera. We had so many good goals in that game. And it's a very, very good victory. Just to give us a bit of confidence. But Pedro Neto, of course, with 2 goals on his debut. Fantastic performance by him. 6 expected goals to 3.7. Ramsdale made a few good saves, to be fair, if I'm being perfectly honest. And the man of the match, though, William Saliba with 2 goals. 8.2. That seems a little bit low for 2 goals, to be honest. But still, very, very nice result indeed. And it puts us in very good stead for the rest of the season. It's our biggest win to date so far. And we'll pick back up for a couple of simulated games now. And the first one will be against Nottingham Forest. As we have a decent team out, to be fair. I think I've got to make a few changes here just to give a few more players a bit more game time. Do you know what I mean? I need to rotate the team a little bit more than I normally do. And, we just made one change there as I was saying that. So we'll sim this game against Forest. Hopefully we get the win. Got a very, very good team. And we get a 3-1 victory. Very, very nice result indeed. As Dennis opens the score inside the 11th minute. Jesus scores in the 19th to equalise. Zinchenko goes off with injury in the 21st minute. And then Smith-Rowe and Odegaard seal the victory. after a fantastic performance by Jesus, who gets the man of the match with an 8.6 rating. So after that win, we're going to go into another one now. It's another cup game and another simulation. And this time we have Bradford City in the cup. We're going to play the cup team, of course, because the cup team's pretty good, to be fair. They've got a lot of good players in this. A lot of talent, obviously, as well. So we'll sim this game with another performance for Yeremy Pino under his belt. And again, we'll get another solid 3-1 victory. With this time, Nketiah opening the scoring for his third of the season. Cook scores 2 minutes later. Then just after half-time, Lukongo scores. And then 12 minutes before the end of the game, Emil Smith-Rowe seals the victory and receives the man of the match with a 9.2 rating. Well done, Smith-Rowe. He's fantastic. So underrated in real life. Such a baller at just 21 years old. He might be 20. Still, absolute baller. Especially one for the future. And yeah, another brilliant result. We've got another game to play next, and this time it's an absolutely massive game in the league. We've got the first North London derby of the save, and they're always horrendous. They really, really are. Tottenham are so difficult to play on this game, more so than real life, because in this game they're actually attacking, and especially with someone like Højbjerg captaining them, someone who's got like 96 stamina or something stupid. They just don't stop pissing running. So yeah, they've got a good little team there. But you know what, I feel like we can do some damage in this game. We're going to G up the boys before the game with a bit of inspirational music as we take on Tottenham Hotspur, the team for today. We've got Ramsdale in goal. We've got the back four of Ben White, Saliba, Gabreil and Tierney. Midfield four of Saka, Partey, Xhaka and Martinelli. Then we've got Odegaard, the captain, and Jesus as the striking duo. So the first out of the game, we'll see who gets it. It's Tottenham with a chance. Harry Kane plays it across. It's the worst possible start. Oh, God. That is a bad start. It really, really is. I can't believe we've conceded already. But in the 36th minute, we get another chance through Bukayo Saka, who cuts inside his man. It's a brilliant effort from Saka. He should do better. He really, really should have been going to the first half. 1-0 behind. Was that Hazard talking to Conte then? If so, that's a very strange transfer. It really is. But in the next highlight of the game, we get a chance with Saka coming down the line again in towards Jesus. Takes a touch, turns his man Tanganga. It's a brilliant goal by Gabriel Jesus. Brilliant finish past Hugo Lloris. And it's a brilliant finish. I keep saying brilliant. I need to think of different words. Brain, actually work, please.
You see, that's what you have to do. You have to use your mind.
Still, though, absolutely fantastic goal by Gabriel Jesus. And we're back in this North London derby. There's no more important game in the north part of London. And we're back in it. That's all that matters. Next out of the game, though, comes towards us again as Gabriel Martinelli absolutely steams past Doherty, looking for a cross in the middle. Bukayo Saka's free back stick. It gets him. It's a great save by Lloris. And Spurs get the ball away. In the 71st minute, Son gets past Ben White far too easily. Cuts it back towards Højbjerg, back towards Kane, back towards Kulusevski, who gets his second of the match. Is it his second of the match? I don't actually know, I forgot. I think it might be his first of the match. I can't remember. Still a good goal by Spurs, but we're under the cosh now. And Spurs, I mean, in the 89th minute, they just cement their lead even further. Kulusevski and Bentancur link up really well. And Kulusevski just slots it past Ramsdale. This is a famous North London derby win for Tottenham at the Emirates Stadium. But we just, honestly, we need to just forget about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will, look right here.
I just can't believe we've lost that game 3-1. I know the stats say they deserve it, but I can't do anything sometimes on Ultimate. Like, I'm not Dortmund anymore, where I've got like second best team in the league, if not the best. I'm not Real Madrid, where I've actually got the best team in the game. It's Arsenal. Like, we've got a decent team, but in terms of this game, it's probably like the 5th or 6th best team in this league. Probably 6th. It's just really not good enough. It's so difficult sometimes on competitive mode. It really, really is. But I digress, guys. We're going to move on into the final part of the episode. We've got a simulated game we're going to take against Brighton. As you can see, are ahead of us by 2 places and 1 point. It's a strong team, to be perfectly honest. We've got a lot of good players in there. Partey's on the bench, so I've just forgot about that. We have to replace him. And Neto's not going to get a game. I've just realised what I've done there. But yeah, we're going to sim this game. I'd love to play like Pedro Neto in simulated games, but it just doesn't let you. Because look at this in a minute. It's an absolute boring game. It's so poor. But we're going to sim the game anyway Hopefully we beat Brighton. We do indeed 1-0. Gabreil Jesus gets his 3rd goal of this episode. I think that puts him top actually with Emil Smith-Rowe, who's also got... Has he got 2 or has he got 3? I think Smith-Rowe has 3 goals as well. But still, Jesus with the man of the match at 8.5 rating. He was our highest rated player in 3 of the games we played today. So actually 2nd highest behind Saliba in the one where Saliba scored 2. But still, you got the highest average rating averaged out the rest of our players. Do you get what I mean? I think that's what I mean. I think I get what I mean there.
Why don't you shut the fuck up? Nobody here wants to listen to your misguided bullshit.
But you know, guys, we're at the end of the episode anyway now, so it doesn't really matter. And as you can see, we're now 6th in the league. We're not actually far off the top, to be honest. I know we're 8 points behind United, but City, Chelsea and Liverpool and West Ham, I mean, we're very similar. We really are. Forest are on the same points as well, so you know what, good for Forest since we beat them 3-1 in this episode as well. Also above Spurs, they've got a game in hand though, so they can go above us. And then we see Leeds, Southampton and AFC Bournemouth bottom of the pile. That's what you deserve, Bournemouth, for sacking Scott Parker. The top scorer of this episode, we have Gabreil Jesus, who actually scored 4 goals this episode. I've just come to find out. So you know what, Gabby, well done. Well done, sunshine. Good 4 goals for you there. As well as that, we see Saka, the top assister, with 5 assists in 7 games. Very, very good from him as well, to be honest. Fantastic start to the season. And then Ramsdale with 1 clean sheet in 7 games. That is typical Arsenal numbers. But yeah, in the next episode, we start off with a home game against Crystal Palace. A home game then will follow against Villa. We've got Bournemouth away in the Cup, then Leicester away at the King Power Stadium. Then we go into November where we've got a home game against Fulham, an away game at Anfield against Liverpool, and then we've got Newcastle again at home at the Emirates to compile a difficult run of form that we've got there. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But, you know, it is what it is, isn't it? So before we do anything, though, guys, we are going to have a look in about 5 seconds at the summary for this episode and who the best player was and who the star player was. So let's get into that right now. So as you can see, the player of the episode was William Saliba. Deservedly so, to be fair. Fantastic performances. Not great against City, but, you know, no one was in that game. Apart from that, though, he was pretty good. Even against Spurs, he was the best defender. And then we have the top scorer of the episode, Gabreil Jesus, who scored 4 goals. Previously, it was 3. I've just edited it to change it. So, guys, that's all we've got for today's episode. I really appreciate you watching. As always, please like and subscribe. I'll catch you next episode on the channel very, very soon. I speak so quickly. And stay safe, drink plenty of water. See you very soon.